lazy bitches, I just raise my price. I'm a boss, I'm a leader. I pull up in my two-seater, and my mama was a savage. Nigga got this shit from Tina. Left cheek, right cheek. Please don't give me hype.
Your favorite bad bitch turned the whole world into a savage. Middle finger and all of my pictures just to remind y'all I ain't having it. I'm the baddest bitch. You wanna fight a body, put them in the booth. I bet I take the title. All of these hoes my shit. Mary had a little.
Good, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are doing a brush install, y'all. Like, it's been a minute, but with a twist. So this video is for all the girls who either have locks, who've been like kind of confused as to like, if you hear noise in the background, that's my rabbits just wilding out. This is for all the girls that want to lock their hair but aren't sure if they want to lock their hair because, you know, they wear wigs. So this is your cue to go lock your hair, sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go do it. Before we get into this video, subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, what's good? My name is Emmy. If you've been here since day one, what's good, boo? I see you. So subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, comment. We gonna get right into this video, right into this install, and I'm gonna show y'all how I do my hair with my locks. All right, y'all, so these are my locks. I do have short locks. My hair is kind of fine, so they're not like as thick. But if you got thick locks, thick hair and everything, you still can rock this too, boo. All right, don't forget that. So we're gonna do the ball cap method. We're gonna use some sheer stockings. I love using this because it is just a easier finesse when it comes to melting the cap to your head. So I just love using these stockings. They are literally stockings, as you can see, and I just basically am gonna cut a good amount of it. You want to make sure it's kind of long. You don't want it to be too short, because if so, you're not gonna have enough stocking to put on your head. So it does get stretchy. I'm pretty sure there's ones that are even stretchier. This one is not as stretchy. And I also do have HD caps, ball caps that are actually like finer than this. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely find those now. So I'm just putting it on, of course, my head through one side, and then top of my head is kind of through the other side. But I want to make sure all my locks are in the cap. So I'm using some gel, and I'm just gonna slick back my edges, because you already know, like, you want it to be as slick down as possible. And yes, you can put gel on your edges when you have locks. You know, when it comes to locks, people be having this stigma where it has to constantly be twisted, but no, girl, it doesn't have to be twisted. But, you know, my locks are fresh. Keep in mind that the more twisted your locks are, the fresher they are, the more flat your wig is going to be. That's most definitely something that you want to consider. So I'm basically just tying a knot on the top, so, you know, my locks are not, like, coming out the cap and everything. Just giving myself, like, that ball cap, like the one you buy in the store. Except that these are stockings. So I'm taking my little scissors. I love these scissors for cutting my lace and all that stuff, even like cutting the stocking, because it just gives it an easier kind of finish, because the shears are kind of thin and small. So yeah, you put your holes in your ears and everything. We're using the ball hole liquid. I love this product for laying down my caps. You already know from my previous videos, you know, I have the same bottle. I still got the same bottle, y'all. I'm about to see how long I had this product for, but I had it for over a year and I still use it. So, and you don't need a lot. So that's your cue to know that a little goes a long way. So I'm just adding a little bit of product. I'm adding a little bit of product and just, you know, laying that down. Make sure that it's nice and seamless. You want to use an item and not your finger. So you can use your rat tail comb. I'm using my razor. You don't want to use your finger, because your finger will be warming up the product and it will turn it white. So you definitely don't want to use your finger. Even here, I'm not using my fingers to like hold it down to blow dry it. So you definitely want to make sure that the product is 100% dry before cutting the cap, because you don't want your cap to lift, sis. Like, that's mad annoying. When your cap lifts and you gotta re-glue it down, I don't like doing that step. That's just a waste unless it's necessary. That's why I make sure that my cap is fully dry before cutting. And as you can see, I'm getting real close to my skin, but also pulling that cap, so I'm able to get off any excess that might feel like it's going to roll back and everything. I don't like that roll back type stuff. And then look, nice and seamless. And then of course you go back and you clean up any edges that's there, or you could do the whole thing where you add glue and you just, you know, lay it down. That's up to you. Depending on your hairline, you could do that. I don't have like any type of specific hairline. I just have a big forehead. So I kind of have a big canvas of what I could do when it comes to where I lay my wig. I can give myself a widow's peak, a backwards widow's peak. I could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I have such a big forehead. Shout out to the big forehead girls. We got options. Okay, hey. So I'm not going to cut the lace. I'm not going to cut the cap in the back. I'm just going to tie that together so my locks stay in place. One thing I can't, it's not that it's a big deal, but I don't like my hair just all over the place under my cap. I just want it to be seamless and everything, you know? I want to feel like I'm bald, like an alien. Just bald everywhere. That's the point of the bald cap. And so, see? Nice and seamless and nice and secure. Boom. Lock's not going nowhere. Period. So, I'm taking my Fenty stick. I love using my contour color as my color for my cap because when I'm contouring my forehead, you know, got the big forehead, you gotta make it smooth with the contour. I just feel like it blends better, and I don't know, like when I use my foundation color, I just feel like it's too light, and then when I lay my lace down, it just look ashy. So that's just me. You do whatever you like. So I'm using the boho protectant. I love this product because it keeps my skin protected at all times. You definitely want to use a protectant. I don't use alcohol because alcohol irritates your skin. So I definitely don't use alcohol as an option. I did have the boho like lace cleaner, but I don't have any more of that. That's something that product actually did disappear real fast because, you know, wearing laces all the time, use it to, you know, clean lace. So this is the wig. You know, I love this wig. It's from Amazon. I'll put everything in the description down below and all that good stuff. And this is like one of my go-tos because I love curly hair. You just wet it and you go. I don't got time for all that straightening and styling. Not saying that's not what I like to do, but honey, if I gotta be on the go and I want to put on the frontal, it's gonna be curly. So I'm using my contour to, of course, tint my lace. And you see how it's like blending so good when I use my contour stick. It's not ashy. Look, listen, just trust the process. You gonna see. So I'm lining up my wig to make sure that, of course, it's like, you know, even. Because one thing I can't stand is when I put a wig on and one side is longer than the other, like on the ear tip, and I'm just like, all right, boom, it don't fit and look crazy, and then you gotta kind of hide it with hair. I don't got time for that. So let's just make sure that it's even and good. Okay, boom, got it. So we're gonna slide that back a little bit and pin it back, of course. And of course I'm here jamming to something. But anyway, I'm using a boho extreme. I love this product and this glue. You don't need a lot of the product. This glue, I've had it as long as I've had the boho liquid gold. So respectfully, you could have this product for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using my popsicle sticks. These are like waxing sticks, but I'm using them because you definitely don't want to use your fingers to apply the product because you're just warming up the product, and I feel like this makes it white, gives that white cast. So I just don't touch it. And then personally, on top of that, like, why get your fingers dirty? Use something, girl. So that was one layer. I usually do 3 to 4 layers because I like my lace to stay and, you know, don't move. My hair, it don't move. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah. So I'm just applying that, and I'm also, of course, using thin layers. And you want to put enough glue where you're not putting a super thin layer. You see how my layer is, my layers that I'm applying is thin, but like how I'm applying it is like I'm pushing it back. You want to make sure it's like that so you getting your lace to stay. That's how your lace is going to stay. So of course I'm lining up my lace with my glue and I'm applying it. I'm not really touching it too much with my fingers. I'm really using the tip of my nails. And then I'm using a comb to comb it back and lay it down, of course. And like I said, using your fingers just warms up the product and it just gives that white cast. So you definitely want to just try to avoid using your fingers the best that you can. So I'm doing section by section. I usually do the front first. And look at how seamless that already is looking. Like, come on, you can't tell me nothing. And if this was the HD lace, boy, forget about it. So anyway, I'm going to do the sides because, you know, we got to finish it off. And this is how I do it. This is my method of how I lay my laces down. Some people do it where they put it on the front and the sides and then they lay it down one time. So it's totally up to you how you do it. The easier, the better, based on how you're comfortable with it. So So I'm taking my time with this. You want to definitely take your time when it comes to laying down your lace. You don't want it to be in the wrong spot. You don't want to have excess glue in the front. So you definitely want to take your time, sis. There's no rush when it comes to doing your hair and getting cute. Okay? Take your time. So going in on the other side, and of course repeating the same steps. And I definitely put a lot more glue on the ear tab because those be the first ones to go when it comes to any lifting, and that's in my opinion. I feel like those be the first ones to go. And of course we're gonna cut off any excess lace that we have. So look at how melted that lace is right now. So yeah, any excess lace I cut off, make sure you get that, because I mean you can either glue it back down or you could cut it off. I decided to cut it off because it was like extra lace, and I feel like I don't need extra lace on my head. Everybody is different when it comes to how they lay they wigs down. I prefer not to have so much lace where it's not a lot of hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I want it to be very seamless. So I get as close to the hairline on the wig as possible and take as much lace as I can to get off. So of course we're going to melt the lace with an elastic bands. You already know. And this is the finished look. Alright y'all, so this install came out so cute. It's like, it's just giving scalp. It's just giving, the baby hair is giving like wave. This is my first time doing my baby hair. It's kind of cute. This side is a little messed up, but I'm about to go to bed, so I'll fix it tomorrow. But it was cute a little while ago. It was looking like this. This is a little fresher, you know what I'm saying? But I use my mousse to do my baby hairs. If you want a tutorial on how to do my baby hairs, just drop a comment. But I use mousse to do my hair because my baby hairs, because they just make it soft and cute. Like, I can take my comb and kind of like, you see how they moving a little bit? I can take my comb with my brush and kind of like, you know, move it a little bit, make it like fluff out and all that. But we're going to keep it cute and keep it on mute and leave it alone. Like, yeah. Anyways, thank y'all. I want to thank you guys for checking out my video. Subscribe to my channel before you get out of here. And I love you guys. Peace.